We're at the John Radcliffe Hospital to meet Dr. Denise Tritton, who is an Associate Specialist Doctor in Paediatric Oncology. Dr. Tritton, what is an SAS Doctor?
I'm an Associate Specialist, which is a grade that you can choose to be in if you either haven't been through the training grades or you choose not to go to consult. So I'm an experienced doctor in paediatric oncology, but I'm not a consultant. However, I can work at the level of a consultant because I've been in the job for such a long time.
And you chose that deliberately because of family reasons?
I did, yeah. My husband's an airline pilot, and I had two small children when I first decided to take the role, and it was very difficult to juggle my husband being away all the time and the on-call. And one of the advantages of being a SAS doctor is you can choose a post without any on-call, and that's what I did.
And you work a routine 9 to 5 for 3 days a week. So from that point of view, for you, it's a perfect situation.
Yeah, it's a perfect job, and I get a lovely life outside the hospital.
So what's in it for the department?
Well, it's all about having a very experienced person on the shop floor. I've been here for 10, 12 years. I was the registrar first, then I became the staff grade, and then eventually an associate specialist. So I've been doing the job for a long, long time, and in and out of the department come SHOs, registrars. They don't know what they're doing. It's a very small subspecialty, so they're not really expected to know what they're doing. And I'm there, and I can help them train. The consultants have got lots of other things to do. You know, they do a lot, especially in paediatric oncology. They do a lot of national work, so there's not always that support for the registrars. But it's great to have somebody that's experienced on the wall, because obviously the patients can be quite sick. So,
what sort of people does this grade really work well for?
I mean, I think it depends on why you move into it. I certainly chose it as a lifestyle choice. Other reasons to choose it is if the level of responsibility for being a consultant keeps you up at night, then it's a great choice, because you haven't got the ultimate responsibility for the patients. You can work autonomously and you can look after patients, but ultimately the buck doesn't stop with you. So actually, if you do feel uncomfortable about that level of responsibility, it's a good career choice to make.
What happens if you change your mind, if you've made a mistake, or if perhaps your circumstances change and you want to move into the job with the ultimate responsibility?
Yeah, you can certainly do that. I mean, whatever job you do counts towards your experience. Now, obviously, it's much easier because it's set out as a pathway to travel up the specialist registrar route, because that's a set out pathway of training that everybody recognises. So, and then you get your CCT at the end of it. It's a little bit harder if you do it another way, but you can certainly apply through the old Article 14 or the Certificate of Entry on the Specialist Register, the CSER route, to get onto the Specialist Register and become a consultant. It's quite a lengthy process to do that, but I wouldn't see it as a mistake if you move into this grade and then you want to progress your career, because there's certainly pathways by which you can do that.
What advice would you give someone, though, who, for the lifestyle reasons, chosen to go this way?
It's really important as a SAS doctor that if you take on a role, the role is what you make it. It's not a role that you can that will progress for you, because it's a service role, and you have to grasp every opportunity you can to get involved with stuff in the trust that you work within. So you can, if you want to, just go to work, do the job, the service job, and go home again. If that's what suits your way of life and your lifestyle, then that's fine. But if you're in a post for a long time, you start to feel like you want to do other things, perhaps within your department or within your trust. But as a SAS doctor, it's up to you to push yourself forward to get involved with that sort of thing. It's not something that will necessarily you will be asked to do or will be given to you to do, like it may be if you're a consultant. If you're a consultant, you might ask to be the audit lead or something like that. But as a SAS doctor, you need to push yourself forward and say, what about me? I can do that too. And it's important to do that for your own career satisfaction. Just doing the role is perhaps not enough for some people, and some people get disillusioned within the role because they haven't got other strings to their bow, if you like.
And as I understand it, you don't get paid as much as an SAS doctor. Is that true?
You're not on the same salary scale as a consultant, but actually that's the compromise you make. You know, I don't do any on call. I only work 3 days a week. There aren't any consultant posts like that out there.
No.
And so, you know, that's the choice you make. It's not all about the money anyway.
No.
It's about the job satisfaction.
I understand you also advise other SAS doctors through this role of SAS Tutor.
Yes, so I'm the SAS Tutor for the OUH Trust, which is a role that was devised after the government gave some money to the SAS doctors across the country. And that role really is looking after the continuing professional development of the SAS tutors of the SAS doctors within the trust. Mm-hmm. So what we've done over the last 3 years is we've developed some different sorts of generic training programs or training days for SAS doctors, not about their specialties, but about leadership or management or appraising or educational supervising, so that people can get involved. And so, you know, a proportion of the doctors have come forward and really embraced that and got involved.
So in your career you've made these choices. Would you do the same thing again?
Yes, absolutely, without a doubt. There is no way I would go up the training route and become a consultant. No way.
Thank you very much.
It just doesn't fit with my lifestyle.